Namaste children, today from RNNEET ಇವತ್ತು ವೆರಿ इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक तो रिवीजन आगತ್ತೆ आज रिवीजन करेंगे हम एक बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक क्लास 12th का नीट के लिए ह्यूमन हेल्थ और डिसीज़ में। और आज बहुत अच्छा दिन है, हमारे यहाँ पे गणेश जी का विसर्जन हो रहा है। ಇವತ್ತು ಗಣೇಶ ಚತುರ್ಥಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಗಣೇಶ್ ಜಿದು ವಿಸರ್ಜನೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ। ಹಿಂದೆ ನಂದೊಂದು पेंटिंग ಇದೆ, वी कैन सी ब्रह्मांड का पेंटिंग है। तो यहाँ पे विष्णु जी है, गणेश जी है, यू हैव द सन, मून, अर्थ एंड द स्टार्स। आई विश दैट द यूनिवर्स, द होल यूनिवर्स जो है आप सभी लोगों को ब्लेस करे कि आप सफलतापूर्वक अपना नीट 2026 या 2027 भर के मेरे जैसे डॉक्टर बन जाए। तो चलते हैं जल्दी से। आज वी विल गो इनटू दिस वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक वेयर वी आर गोइंग टू डू अ कंप्लीट रिविजन ऑफ ह्यूमन हेल्थ एंड डिजीज इन अ गुड एस्पेक्ट बाय गोइंग थ्रू 50 great questions, and these are extremely what I call as important questions, not just important, high yield questions, because high yield का मतलब है कि यहाँ से जो कॉन्सेप्ट आपको आ जाएगा, इससे आपका बहुत अच्छा कॉन्सेप्ट, बहुत सारा कॉन्सेप्ट ह्यूमन हेल्थ और डिजीज में होगा। ये एक पहला पोर्शन का 50 क्वेश्चंस रहेगा। इसको रैपिड फायर जैसा आप मान के इसको कंप्लीट कर लेना। ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट क्विकली। Let's start quickly with the first question. आपके स्क्रीन पर है, which of the following is not a chronic disease? यहाँ पे पूछा गया है कि which of these is not a chronic disease। यहाँ पे 4 choices है आपके लिए। आपको देख सकते हैं कि chronic diseases में पूछा गया है कि डायबिटीज, टाइफॉइड, आर्थराइटिस, आस्थमा। तो वन ऑफ देम इज नॉट अ क्रॉनिक डिजीज। सो क्रॉनिक डिजीज का मतलब क्या है? क्रॉनिक डिजीज का मतलब है कि दैट वन पर्टिकुलर कंडीशन ಅದು ಸುಮಾರು ದಿನದಿಂದ बहुत दिनों से चलता रहता है, तो उसको क्रॉनिक डिजीज कहते हैं। ऑब्वियसली डायबिटीज बहुत सांस से चलता रहता है, आर्थराइटिस बहुत लोग दोनों को बहुत दिन से होता है, आस्थमा कुछ लोगों को बच्चों से लेके बुढ़ापन तक रहता है। सो दीज आर कंडीशंस व्हिच आर कॉल्ड क्रॉनिक। Typhoid is one condition which is not a chronic disease because it's an infection. So very important that you know to differentiate between what is acute, यानी कि those that causes because of infection, जहाँ पे sudden infection होता है तो उसको acute बोलते हैं। Okay, so remember these difference for this particular question. Next question नोडना, what are pathogens? पैथोजेंस का मतलब क्या है? इज इट डिजीज कॉजिंग organisms, disease carrying organisms, disease causing chemicals, or none of the above? So this is an important thing which is given in your NCERT book. Your NCERT book tells you about this, ki pathogens are what? They are disease causing organisms. So the ones that cause the disease. What do you call the ones that carry the organisms? They are known as vectors. Okay, so these are known as vectors. And disease causing chemicals could be different teratogens. They are teratogenic, or causing those that cause cancer are called teratogenic. Some of these chemicals like asbestos or other silica or chemicals which can cause disease are not real pathogens, but you call them as different chemical inducing agents. They could be sometime teratogenic. Those chemicals that cause cancer, drugs that cause cancer are called teratogenic. So what are pathogens? They are disease causing organisms, right? Simple question. Next important question, which of the following statements are true? Environmental plays no role in the health of an individual. Is it right or wrong? Okay, he's going to ask you which of the following statements are true. So you need to see what is true. Environment plays no role. We all know that environment plays a very important role. A good environment, a good amount of aeration, good oxygen, lack of pollution, all this plays a very important role in the health of an individual. Genetic factors have a major role in the health of an individual. Yes, that is also right. Health cannot be preserved and maintained in organisms. It cannot be preserved. It can be preserved. So this is a wrong statement. The first one is no role, so that is also a wrong statement. So leaves us with only one statement. So only statement 2 is right. So there are 3 important factors: genetic, okay, environmental, or peripheral factors and also social factors for the health of an individual. So social well-being, okay, physical well-being, and including the genetic well-being of the organism is important for the health of an individual. Good. You like the background music also that's coming from our society, जहाँ पे विसर्जन चल रहा है तो भजन्स चल रहा है तो अच्छा ब्लेसिंग है. ये क्वेश्चंस देख लो. सम ऑफ दीस क्वेश्चंस आर सिंपल बट ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೆಲವು ಬಹಳ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಟಫ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್. समटाइम्स लुक्स लाइक दे आर आउट ऑफ द सिलेबस बट देयर आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ जो पहले पूछे गए हैं ಮುಂಚೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ವಿತ್ ಗುಡ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ performs the function and processes regularly and correctly. First part, so you need to find out that portion that fills this gap. Good dash health, is it the physical health, mental health, wellness, yoga, stature? So these are the topics, choices that we have in the choices. So hangagi idralli yavdadu we'll have to pick it. So obviously person should have either a good physical or a mental health, okay, to perform the functions, and to perform one's functions good, it's very important to have a good physical health is what I presume. A person's dash health is related to his thoughts and emotions. Thoughts and emotions ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಅಂತ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಟು ಡೂ ವಿತ್ ಯೋರ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ಹೌ ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ ದಟ್ ಯಸ್ ನಾನು ಈ ವರ್ಷ ನನಗೆ ಸೀಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕೇ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ, मुझे इस साल सीट जरूर मिलेगा, तो कंपल्सरी हो ही जाएगा. योर मेंटल हेल्थ इज गोइंग टू मेक श्योर विद द ब्लेसिंग्स ऑफ द ऑलमाइटी कि आपको सीट मिलेगा ही मिलेगा. ये बात आप याद रख के आगे जाना, जरूर आपको सीट मिलेगा. पीछे ढोल बजने लगा है, बहुत अच्छा बात है. साउंड थोड़ा आएगा, चल परवाह नहीं, मैं अपना वॉल्यूम अच्छा रखता हूँ जिससे कि आपको मेरी बात भी सुनाई आ जाए. अगर बहुत ढोल ज़्यादा है तो बाद में थोड़ा रुक के बाद में फिर से करेंगे हम. ओके, परफेक्ट. लेट्स कंटिन्यू ऑन. सो योर मेंटल हेल्थ इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर थॉट्स एंड इमोशंस. डैश इज़ द ऑप्टिमल स्टेट ऑफ हेल्थ. What do you mean by the optimal state of health? State of health यानी कि क्या? Is it the physical state, mental state? Yoga is a state. Yoga helps you to achieve. ये बात आपको NCERT में बोला है कि yoga is very important for the wellness of the individual. So ये बात है कि yoga is important for the wellness of the health बोला है. तो optimal state of health is wellness is the optimal state of health. आप अच्छा महसूस कर रहे हैं यानी कि वो wellness है. आपका health का महसूस जो करते हैं उसको wellness बोलते हैं overall. Correct? So the first choice is here, but the first gap is filled with physical. तो ये physical हो गया, ये mental हो गया, और ये wellness आ गया. Perfect. Okay, great going on. Fantastic. Let's move on. अगला इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन हमने देखा था, विच ऑफ दिस वाज अ क्रॉनिक डिजीज पूछा गया था पहले. अभी इस बार यहाँ पे पूछ रहे हैं कि विच ऑफ दिस इज अ अक्यूट डिजीज. जैसे कि मैंने बोला कुछ इन्फेक्शन जो है जब सडनली कुछ होता है तो उसको ಅಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ बोलते हैं. ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, ಅರ್ಥವಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಮುಂಚೆಯಿಂದ ಸುಮಾರು ದಿನದಿಂದ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಕ್ರಾನಿಕ್. जो सडनली आता है उसको ಅಕ್ಯೂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಡನ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಡೈರಿಯಾ? ಇವತ್ತೇನೋ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಸರಿಗೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, ಸರಿಗಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಪ್ಸೆಟ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಡೈರಿಯಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಡೈರಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಅಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್. ಒಬಿಸಿಟಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ದಪ್ಪ ಆಗೋದು. ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಓವರ್ನೈಟ್ ದಪ್ಪ ಆಗಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ರಾನಿಕ್. ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸುಮಾರು ದಿನದಿಂದ. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ ಸುಮಾರು ದಿನದಿಂದ. ಅಂದರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಕ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸು ಭಾಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, परफेक्ट. सो अगला इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है कि इन्फेक्शियस डिजीज अकर बाय, इन्फेक्शियस डिजीज जो है अकर बाय व्हाट? ओके, इज इट इन्फेक्शियस बोला है तो इन्फेक्शन यानी कि क्या? सम पैथोजन इज देयर. सो इज इट बाय ईटिंग कंटामिनेटेड फूड? कंटामिनेटेड जहाँ पे है तो चांसेस है कि कई पैथोजन है उसमें. जैसे कि आपको डायरिया हो जाता है, एंटमीबा हिस्टेलिटिका इन्फेक्शन के कारण, या अनकंटामिनेटेड फूड के कारण आपको टाइफॉइड बन सकता है. Chances are there, certainly. So it is possible to get contaminated food and leave you to a pathogen. So pathogen is possible in a contaminated food. Insect bite, you know very well, insect bite like mosquito bite आ गया तो malaria आ जाता है. Animal bite like some of the rickettsial infections जो बोलते हैं, वो rickettsial infections अंदर those that are between viruses and bacteria, those infections can occur because of animal bite. Even animal bite can help to transfer some infection, जैसे कि rabies infection dog bite से हो जाता है. So lot of this. So it is certainly all of the above. So the answer becomes all of the above. So these are simple questions, straightforward, but certainly there are going to be lot more interesting questions which we are going to see. Continue ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಿ, super speed ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ರೆ, but keep watching. You're going to get very very important concepts and some wonderful mnemonics. ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು mnemonics ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾವ ತರ ನೀವು ಯಾವ ತರ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, कैसे याद रखना है. So remain logged in. Let's go to the next question. Yes, the next question ಥಂಬ್ಟೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಬ್ಲೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಗಮನ ಇರಲಿ. ಅಸರ್ಷನ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಸರ್ಷನ್ ರೀಸನ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷಿಯಸ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಟು ಅನದರ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅನ್ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷಿಯಸ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್, ಓಕೆ, ಕಾಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಅ particle, a pathogen, either a bacteria, virus, can it get transmitted? You know very well it can be transmitted. So hangagi this first wrong is straight away wrong. Assertion is wrong. They can be transmitted by an original pathogen to an individual where it gets restricted. Original pathogen इंदा ಒಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, but he says it gets restricted. ಅಂದ್ರೆ आपके एक लोग को अफेक्ट होता है, but वहां से दूसरे लोग को नहीं जाता है. Is it possible? No. An infection means it transfers from one individual to the another. So the second one is also wrong, that it cannot get restricted, does not get restricted, it spreads from one individual to another. So the both assertion and reason are false. Simple. Okay, good. Next question, which of the following is not an infectious disease ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾಟ್ ಅನ್ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷಿಯಸ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ತರ ಅಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಕ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷಿಯಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಸಿ ವಿಚ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಪ್ಯಾಥೋಜನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏಡ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಏಡ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ HIV, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷಿಯಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ಸ್. TB, you know very well, it spreads. Kidney stone, do you have a pathogen that causes a kidney stone? This is because of lifestyle changes due to probably eating certain things. Like for example, if you're eating more amount of potassium, phosphorus, oxalates anta irutte, which are sometimes present in certain foods. So eating those foods, especially tomato ella jaasti tindre ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ kidney stones ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. टोमेटो खाने से ज़्यादा tomatoes खाने से कभी कभी kidney stones आता है. ये याद रखना. तो these are related to lifestyle changes, whereas these are infectious changes. Kidney stone is very important here, which is a non-infectious disease. So it is a non-infectious disease. Okay, you might be wondering ये questions मुझे कहाँ से लिए हैं, कहाँ से ये questions हैं, कौन से book से हैं. I'm going to be sharing the PDF of this in the description link. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ PDF ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Do take the questions and also the key answers will also be there in that. These are coupled from some of the very important books which basically helps you to get high yield questions. I'll be letting you know as we go ahead and do more questions towards the end which books to refer, and I'm going to give you all the details of that subsequently. Okay, perfect. Next question, cancer is one of the top 10 causes of death in high income countries where non-infectious cancers are caused by a combination of genetic and environmental factors. Important part, you need to read every part of these when assertion reasons. Lot of time, many questions in the current trend will be large big questions where you have to read a lot. 2025 hange agirodu, lot of questions were big questions. Very important that you learn to read these big questions faster. ಅದನ್ನ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ questions ಓದ್ತಾ ಓದ್ತಾನೆ ನೀವು ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟಾಪ್ 10 causes of death. Is it one of the top 10 causes of death in high income countries? Yes, it is one of the top causes, but is it in the top 10? Certainly cardiac accidents adella irutte, so it is within the top 10 kandita, right? So where non-infectious cancers, okay, are caused by, okay, infectious cancers anta ide, non-infectious cancers anta ide. 90% of the, okay, the next question he says is about 90% of the cancers are non-infectious while 10% of them are infectious anta kelta idare. Is that right? Is it 90% of the cancers are non-infectious? We know most of them are because of genetic factors and environmental factors. And what are that? That is the non-infectious cancers are genetic or environmental. So idu correct statement aito. So therefore 10% of them are infectious. Which kind of cancers are infectious? So which question, which are the another part of the question which we can say is which of the cancer is infectious? Okay, take this question. Which of the cancers are infectious cancers? Infectious, what do you mean by infectious? Cancer caused due to an infection. Okay, TB, cholera, typhoid, AIDS. ಎಲ್ಲಾನು acute infections or some kind of infections. Okay, simple infection pathogens. TB, cholera, typhoid, AIDS. This is another additional question you're getting here. Which of this causes infectious cancer? ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Important point you should note here is AIDS. AIDS is one condition which can cause cancer. What cancer? What is that cancer that caused due to AIDS called? Kaposi sarcoma. Kaposi sarcoma. Okay, this is a very important cancer. It's a cancer of the skin, some kind of a lesion. Sarcoma is nothing but that forms due to the growth of vessels, blood vessels, tissues which are inside, and they tend to grow and they cause pink lesions all over your body, and those could basically mean Kaposi's sarcoma. Okay, and that is caused by AIDS. So this is one such condition which can cause infectious cancer. Example of another infectious cancer. Can you tell me one other condition that causes infectious cancer? Okay, if I give you the choice, okay, what causes cervical cancer? What do you mean by cervical cancer? It is not cancer of the neck, it is cancer of the cervix. Okay, cervix do cancer in the uterus, cervix, you know, you all remember reading your reproduction. So cervix cancer is called cervical cancer. Is caused by what infection? Put it in the comment box. Let me see fast. Put it in the comment box. Okay, it is HPV, human papilloma virus infection can cause cervical cancer. So ee taraddu ಕೆಲವು infections, so some of these infections can cause skin cancers, cervical cancers. Sometimes there are certain cancers even in the brain caused due to infections. Okay, so some infections can cause cancer. So ಆತರ ಕೆಲವುದು cancers which come due to infections are called infectious cancers. ಇದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ NCERT book ಅಲ್ಲಿ that cancers can come due to human papilloma virus. Okay, but he hasn't mentioned it is 90% and 10%. So nim notes alli idana barditkoli, very important that non-infectious cancers is 90% whereas 10% okay is infectious cancers. idu notes alli dayavettu barditkoli, जरूर लिख के रखना. वहां पे आपके NCERT बुक में ही लिख लो. ये ऐसे छोटे छोटे पॉइंट्स होते हैं जहां पे आपको ना बाद में कहीं पे लिख के नोट्स में कहीं पे लिख के पढ़ना मुश्किल होता है. या तो मैंने बताया आपको एक मिस्टेक बुक मेंटेन करना है, वो मिस्टेक बुक में नोट कर लो, एक लाइन लिख लो और मार्क डाल लो, और या तो अपने NCERT बुक में ही ऊपर नीचे कहीं पे भी पीछे डाल के लिख लो, क्योंकि यही पॉइंट्स आपको बार बार रिवाइज करना पड़ेगा. ओके, ग्रेट, फैंटास्टिक. सो वो क्वेश्चन का आंसर बन गया था कि दोनों करेक्ट था. बोथ असर्शन एंड रीजन आर ट्रू एंड रीजन इज द करेक्ट एक्सप्लेनेशन फॉर द असर्शन. Okay, but is it an explanation? Sorry, it is true, but it is not the correct explanation. वो correct explanation नहीं है, क्योंकि in see, he has written that 90% of the cancers are non-infectious, remaining at 10%. Is that the reason why the non-infectious cancers are due to genetic and environmental factors? Does this explain that? No, it doesn't explain. So both are true, but this is not the reason for this. So that then becomes your answer. Okay, so important also to reason out what is the right answer. Perfect. We go to the next question. Non-infectious diseases are called lifestyle diseases. If it is non-infectious, is it called lifestyle disease? Like cardiac disease you have, okay, because of lack of exercise, obesity you have, diabetes you have. So these are based on lifestyle. It is called as a lifestyle disease. So I will say the assertion is true, right? Perfect. Then, idu true. If that is true, non-infectious diseases are often caused by unhealthy lifestyle choices, and they first become prevalent in the richer nations of the world. Are non-infectious diseases, which are lifestyle diseases, is it more prominent in the richer world? Yes, because of sedentary habitat. Ilva. So now ಎಷ್ಟು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ wealthy ಆಗಿರ್ತೀವೋ ಅವಾಗ we tend to travel only in the car. We don't use our walking much. We don't walk around. We are not labor dependent. So we have a lot of people to help you in the houses. So we don't do many of our labor. So it's very important that you keep doing your own work as much as possible so that to remain healthy. Okay, so this is also a simple question. Yes, the second one is the answer for that. So it is a true explanation. Both are correct. Okay, simple answer there. Perfect. Simple question. Which of the following is a pathogen that causes typhoid? Typhoid ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Simple. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ there are choices ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ you can say there are something got to do with typhi. So ಎರಡು typhi ಇದೆ. One is Streptococcus typhi, Salmonella typhi. You know the answer very clearly. Salmonella typhi causes typhoid. Okay. Which of this can cause what is known as typhus ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು Saccharomyces typhus and Salmonella enterica. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ Saccharomyces typhus causes what is known as a typhus fever. Typhus fever anta barutte, which is like typhoid but not typhoid typically, and this is caused by different types of typhus bacteria, which is one of them being Saccharomyces typhus. So typhoid is caused by typhi, not by typhus. Adu Salmonella typhi. Okay, simple question here. Next question is basically match the following. They've given you 4 different conditions and asked you to match with the different pathogens. So ee kade different pathogens kottidare and aa kade different conditions kottidare. Now match ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Start with something which you know very well. Simple, amoebiasis. Okay, you know very clearly amoebiasis is Entamoeba histolytica. Simple. Okay, so that straight away is 90% going to give you the answer here. Illi 4 nodidre D there is the answer. Let us not go by it. Let us go trying to identify each one of them. ಅರ್ಥವಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? You know ringworms. Ringworms ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ those that cause fungal infection. Ringworms are not basically worms, but they are basically fungal infections that can cause, and which of them is basically causing a ringworm infection. Those are 3 types. What are they? They have given in your book. Epidermophyton, okay, then Trichophyton and Microsporum. Epidermophyton andre those that is there on the surface, epidermis antivella. So Epidermophyton. Then Trichophyton. Tricho andre hair. So Trichophyton. So Trichophyton is hair. The third one is Microsporum. Microsporum. They are very small spores, and so they are microscopic spores. So that is called as Microsporum. So idu ಮೂರು basically causes ringworm. That is not a roundworm but a ringworm infection. Correct? So therefore 3 idu A ಆಗಬೇಕು. Got it? Simple. Pneumonia. Which of the two? Now you are left out with 2 choices. Either Haemophilus influenzae and Wuchereria bronchgrafti. You know pneumonia can occur due to lot of things that cause pneumococcus, Streptococcus pneumoniae. Streptococcus pneumoniae is also known as ನ್ಯೂಮೋಕಾಕಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ, ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಟೋಕಾಕಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಮೋನಿಯೆ ಅಥವಾ ನ್ಯೂಮೋಕಾಕಸ್ ಅಂತಾನು ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸ್ಟೆಫ್ಲೋಕಾಕಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಮೋನಿಯಾ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಕರ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಮೋರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ is also another part called the Haemophilus influenzae. It is influenza virus. It's a kind of a influenza virus which can cause infection, not a bacteria, it's a virus, but it can cause a infection and cause pneumonia. That is known as Haemophilus influenzae. So therefore, to do C agate, and you're left out with elephantiasis, which is nothing but filariasis affecting the legs. ಕಾಲೆಲ್ಲ ಊದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಾಲು. ಯು ನೋ ದ ಟಿಪಿಕಲ್ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್. ಓಕೆ, ವಿತ್ ಬಿಗ್ ಲೆಗ್ಸ್, swollen legs, the whole thigh is swollen because of lymphatic blockage that is caused by Wuchereria bronchcrafti. Okay, so therefore 1 is B. So the answer becomes 1B, 2C, 3A and 4D. So B is your right answer. Okay, good. वेरी गुड. तमटे साउंड अली बैकग्राउंड अली. लेट्स स्टार्ट. ओके, ढोल बज रहा है गणेश विसर्जन के लिए. या वंडरफुल. सो ये देखो, ये बढ़िया क्वेश्चन है, बट क्वेश्चन 13 का. बट look at the size of this question. This is a huge question. Okay, and reading this question itself is going to take you 2 minutes. So these are the questions wherein you need to keep it to the end, last ke liye rakhna, and then go ahead and try to do them. But yes, do them not at the cost of some other question that you don't know. Even if it means you're spending 1 minute more to do these questions, sometimes the answer for these questions will be very, very easy. Okay, so very quickly you need to try to identify. Okay, you really therefore no need to read this first half. You look at it. Okay, there are a lot of things he has given here, no need to do. Directly you can go seeing symptoms, 2 different patients. So simple, आपको सीधा यहाँ पे जाना है कि क्या लिखा है. Patient 1 went for a trip. He ate outside, had lemonade and to relieve his throat, and after 3 to 4 days he suffered from high fever, loss of appetite and constipation. So क्या हुआ होगा is one thing you need to see. Okay, so some infection he obviously has, and after 3 to 4 days he suffered high fever. Okay, not a mild fever, loss of appetite and constipation. Diarrhea nahi hua, constipation hua, yani ki he is not able to pass motions. Okay, so this is because some stomach upset, some infection he has had, and wo 3-4 दिन लगा उसको प्रॉब्लम होने के लिए. सो सिंपल, इट्स अ स्टमक इन्फेक्शन. सो देख के ही आपको पता चलेगा कि ये नंबर 1 न्यूमोनिया नहीं है, वो लंग इन्फेक्शन होता है. मलेरिया में फीवर चांसेस है, लॉस ऑफ एपेटाइट चांसेस है, कॉन्स्टिपेशन शायद नहीं, 3 to 4 डेज के बाद में आया है, चांसेस है. ओके, टाइफॉइड वेरी हाई चांसेस है, स्टमक इन्फेक्शन होता है जहाँ पे लॉस ऑफ एपेटाइट होता है, कॉन्स्टिपेशन होता है. और एस्कैरियासिस में टिपिकली क्या हो जाता है, स्टमक इन्फेक्शन होता है. जे जनरली हैव अलोंग विथ stomach infection, sometimes they have very oftenly some amount of diarrhea. So the chances of it being ascariasis is very less. So यहाँ पे मलेरिया होने का चांस ज़्यादा है. ओके, टाइफॉइड होने का चांसेस ज़्यादा है, या तो मलेरिया होने का चांसेस है. ओके, सेकेंड पार्ट. ओके, ही इज सफरिंग फ्रॉम फीवर, अगेन कॉफ, चिल्स, हेडेक है. उसको कॉफ है यहाँ पे फीवर के साथ, और चिल्स और हेडेक है. And his fingers and nails appear bluish color. Very important. Finger and nails appear bluish color. Okay, sorry. So, your finger and nails appear bluish color. What are you going to do with it? If the finger and nails both appear bluish color, then it means there is some amount of loss of oxygen. That is known as cyanosis. Loss of oxygen. So, something where he is not able to basically improve the oxygen inside the body. कौन से कंडीशन में ऑक्सीजन कम हो सकता है? इज इट कैंसर? बट पॉसिबल, बट कैन यू हैव फीवर, कॉफ सडनली? Not likely. Okay, so therefore chances of fever and cancer is towards the end. Okay, and so therefore cancer is less likely. Most likely is, yes, there is a possibility that he will develop some infection if there is a pneumonia. Correct? So both the choices meeting each other are only this, not in cases of cancer. So therefore the second choice has to be pneumonia, means the first choice has to be typhoid. So this way you can easily boil down and try to say which of this is most right. So without reading the whole thing, just go glance through what is most important and ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಇದು ಟೈಫಾಯ್ಡ್ ಇರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇದೆ because of high fever. The high fever is what correlates to typhoid. Constipation also possible in typhoid. Okay, lack of appetite. Again, fever, cough anta kottidare, immediately you know it has to be something affecting the lungs. And oxygen kammi agide because of the bluish gray color of the nails, because of which it is known as cyanosis. So this way you need to boil down the questions. Okay, so good analog. Next question is very simple. Which of the following is our vector bone anta kelidare? Vector bone means you know something like a mosquito or a tick, a mite, or something which is carrying the disease, okay, wherein some kind of a cycle goes inside the pathogen and it then transmits the disease from one person to the another. So you know very clearly malaria is a vector bone, chikungunya, dengue and typhoid. Typhoid illa. Which of the following typhoid is not? You know very typically malaria, dengue, chikungunya, all these are vector bone. Okay, which is a vector for dengue? Okay, which mosquito? It is the Aedes mosquito. For malaria it is Anopheles mosquito. Chikungunya ge ಯಾವ್ದು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದೇ ತರ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಇಸ್ ಯು ನೋ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ Aedes mosquito. ಫಾರ್ chikungunya which mosquito? Is it Anopheles mosquito, Aedes mosquito or something else? It is again Aedes mosquito. So both for dengue and this it is the Aedes mosquito. Remember the vector also for these two conditions. Okay. Okay, the next question, which of the following pathogens does not cause congenital infection transmitted from infected mother? So from infected mother to the baby. Okay, which of the following pathogen does not cause anta helidare? Okay, very important to read this. When you read the question, do underline, because very many people think that causes anta takshana nodbittu first one yavda one nodirtare, immediately you tend to tick one of them. So if you don't read this properly, you will tend to sometimes think which causes, you will tend to see, oh, treponema pallidum, syphilis you know causes congenital infection, so adanna tick ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮಿಕ್ಕಿರೋದು you may remember, may not remember. तो ये भूल मत करना, पढ़ना जरूर हर क्वेश्चन को ठीक तरह से, जहां पे नॉट दिया है उसको अंडरलाइन करके रख लो, so that you know clearly what is it that you have to tell. Does not cause congenital infection from mother to baby. So ये infections जो ट्रांसमिट होते हैं, जो प्लेसेंटा से मदर से बेबी को ट्रांसमिट होते हैं, जो प्लेसेंटल इन्फेक्शंस या ट्रांसमिटेड इन्फेक्शंस जो बोलते हैं, that are congenital infections that can transmit from mother to the baby. इसका बहुत अच्छा निमोनिक है, आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा इसको. इसके बारे में, ये क्वेश्चन के बारे में बोलते हैं. तो यहाँ पे चॉइसेस दिया है ट्रेपोनिमा पैलिडम, हर्पिस वायरस, जीका वायरस और क्लॉस्ट्रीडियम परफिंजिस. क्लॉस्ट्रीडियम परफिंजिस, हर्पिस वायरस, देखो ट्रेपोनिमा पैलिडम सिफिलिस कॉज करता है. सिफिलिस कैन ट्रांसमिट थ्रू दी प्लेसेंटा. Okay, Zika virus, you should know this. Zika virus is the latest infection which causes, you know, small babies. Also, it is an infection that can transmit and cause congenital malformations in the child. So, Zika virus be correct hai. Or among the viruses, herpes virus is another virus which can transmit through the placenta. So ये तीनों correct है, यानी कि Clostridium perfringens नहीं होना चाहिए. It is Clostridium perfringens जो है क्या है, वो बैक्टीरियल इन्फेक्शन है which causes infection of the stomach, okay, and causes what is called as gangrene, okay, and also perforance of the, it perforates, परफ्रिंजेस दो बोए है, यानी कि perforates, it perforates the intestines. So it causes basically infection like Clostridium botulinum toxin जो होता है, very similar to that Clostridium perfringens which causes gas gangrene. इसको gas gangrene बोलते हैं. What does this cause? Gas gangrene. It is a infection which is directly acquired. It is not to the placenta, it doesn't transmit. Okay, so only these three will. Okay, so very important to note what is the mnemonic for these placental transfer of infections. Let us see what are those infections which transmit through the placenta. Okay.